Hey internet, it is the last day of November, so it's time for my November obsessions. Part of me feels like this month is going really fast, and the other part of me feels like it's been forever since I did my October obsessions, so let's get to it. I have lots of things that I was obsessed with this month, and I definitely attribute that to the fact that I've had more time. So let's start with books. First of all, I've been listening to the last book of the Lunar Chronicles. So it started with Cinder, and then the second book was Scarlet, third book was Cress, and the fourth book is Winter. What's really interesting about the series is that each book focuses on a character that is related to a fairy tale character. They have Cinderella, they have Red Riding Hood, they have Rapunzel, they have Snow White, but it's all set in kind of like a futuristic Earth, and it's very sci-fi fantasy. There are people on Earth and the moon, and Cinder is part cyborg, like she has a cyborg hand. I am probably about halfway through the last book, and so far it's pretty good. Check that out if you are interested in that kind of fairy tale but sci-fi genre. The second book I'm obsessed with this month is an adult sci-fi book. It's called Seveneves by Neal Stephenson. If you liked The Martian but thought that there should be more people, then this is the book for you. At least the first 2/3. The book begins with the moon blowing up and just gets crazier and crazier from there. So it's basically all set in space. There's some genetic stuff that goes into it at the end. My brother recommended that I read it, so I did, and it's a long book, but I really enjoyed it, so go check Seveneves out. There is a podcast that I was obsessed with this month. It's called The Message. The Message is in the same vein as like War of the Worlds, where it is a fiction story, but it's made to sound like it's a real story. And the message that the podcast is about is this message that humanity got several decades ago that they believe to be extraterrestrial, and there's some mystery surrounding it. There are 8 episodes. I would say it's a pretty good listen. The episodes aren't very long, less than a half hour. Some of them are even just like 10-12 minutes. So go ahead and listen to that if you want something cool to listen to. Next, TV shows. So I've mentioned The Walking Dead multiple times in different videos. The mid-season finale was on last night and I watched that. I love The Walking Dead. It's probably my favorite TV show. It's really had quite an arc as far as the development of the show and the people that created the show really figuring out what's been working for the audience. I've read the comics and I love watching the TV show, kind of having that background. If you're not watching Walking Dead by now, you're probably never gonna watch it. The other TV show I've been obsessed with this month, and I say obsessed because I watched the first 2 episodes and I really liked it, and I totally plan to watch the next couple episodes. I'm really just obsessed with the concept. It's called The Man in the High Castle, and it's actually based on a book. The premise of the show is that the Nazis won World War II. And so the show takes place like 20 or 30 years after that, and it's showing what the US would be like. I definitely plan to watch the rest of it. The unfortunate thing is that it's like Amazon Prime on demand stuff. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna watch it, but definitely plan on watching the rest. And if you have Amazon Prime, you're good to go. You can watch all of the episodes. Okay, let's go to YouTube. This month on YouTube, I've kind of just been watching my normal creators and all of the stuff that they've put up. But I did recently subscribe to What I'm Doing Right Now, which is Michael Aranda's daily vlogging channel. I would say that Michael Aranda does daily vlogging better than anyone else does. Minus the fact that right now he's like a month behind on videos, and so you're seeing videos from like October right now. He kind of does this crazy thing where he counts how many times he's been to different restaurants. He every morning puts up like the weather and what like his weight and heart rate and all of these things are. I don't know, it's just like all of this cool information, and you know he puts a lot of work into it, and he's just like a cool person anyway. If you're interested in watching a daily vlogger who takes it up a notch, Michael Aranda, What I'm Doing Right Now. A Spotify playlist that I've been obsessed with this month is Deep Dark Indie. It's got Florence and the Machine, City and Color, a bunch of other really cool kind of like dark and like soulful songs. Definitely for the fall, that's the kind of thing that I like to listen to, so if you're into that kind of music, go onto Spotify and check that out. I would say that's probably it for all of the things that I was obsessed with. I'd like to say that there was some sort of overarching concept to this month. It's been like a ragtag group of things that I've done. I mean, I went to North Carolina, we just had Thanksgiving, I've been going into the schools. Really, it's just kind of been trying to figure out a routine, and I've been struggling and I haven't been doing very good at it. This month I've just been, working on figuring out how to be self-motivated. Trying to figure out how to make myself do the things that I have to do when I don't have a job and, there are very limited restraints on my time. I've been making a video every week for the past 4 weeks. This is actually week 5, and they've been called the Unemployment Diaries. It's a, weekly daily vlog compilation. If you want to watch those, you can click right here for the playlist. Okay, as always, what were you obsessed with this month? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you've listened to or read or watched any of the things that I've mentioned today. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about them. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.